Well, once again, welcome to Big Dog Repair. We're going to do a follow-up on our diesel heater and what I'm adding to it. You know, I had just a small tractor battery running that system, which really worked good. Especially it had the charger added to it, and it ran. But on the safety issue, if that battery ran out, it would burn out the electronics in the diesel heater, and we can't afford to burn that up because we just put it in. So what I did is I went out and I bought one of these transformers. This one happens to be a 115 to 220, and then it cuts it down to 12 volt, which is excellent. But that alone is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to put in a battery backup with that. So what I did is I went out and I bought this switch. It's a supply control DC. Here's the numbers. If they're backwards, put it up against the mirror. Now this switch, what it does is you put your 12 volt transformer on this side and put your battery on this side. And then this end goes to your diesel heater. So what's going to happen is if the transformer, the power gets kicked out and the transformer is not working, then it'll go onto the battery. The battery will only run the cooling process of the diesel heater, not run the diesel heater like normal. So it's going to cool it off and then it'll shut down without burning out any of the electronics. So let's get started. All right, I already have the battery charger plugged in to the wall outlet, and here's my battery. Now I'm going to add the transformer. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the wires that are running the diesel heater apart. Well, I don't need to keep it any longer. So what I'm going to do, we're going to cut those wires off. Okay, we're going to strip it back. And we're going to add it to Okay, it has a plus, has a plus on this side and a negative on this side. So our black wire is on the negative side. And our positive is on the plus side. Okay, very good. Now we're going to loosen up the other ends. Oops. Now it says battery on this side, and it says DC on this side. So we'll take a set of wires with alligator clips on them. We'll take something like this here, get black and red wire. We're going to clean off the ends of these. Let's go a little deeper. Okay. Now this is going to be DC. That means it's going to go to the transformer with the alligator clips. Let's put them on. And negative. And then positive would be on the other side. So we'll put the negative on this side. Tighten it up. And the positive on the other side. And tighten that one up too. Okay. So now I'm going to take the battery charger off for a minute. What we're going to do is going to on the transformer, we have a negative and a positive. So let's put the negative side here and the positive side over here. Now that once we turn it on, we should have power to our diesel heater. Okay, now we added the battery to our circuit breaker here, or control switch. Now when the transformer is on, our display will be on. Now, once the power goes off the transformer, remember the display went off. But now that we have the battery tied into the system, let's shut off the transformer and we'll see what happens to the diesel heater here. All right, I just shut it off. Boom. See that? Took 2 seconds and it went back on. That means it's on battery now. The battery is cooling off the system. I'm not worried about it burning up. Once it cools off, it'll shut down completely. So, adding on this power supply control DC saves my diesel heater from burning up. This is something I wanted to do to make sure I don't lose my diesel heater because the power went out. Okay, so this is my setup. The diesel heater, battery, transformer, and switch. The transformer's on. The switch has a red light indicator showing that it's coming off the transformer. If I look at the diesel heater, the display is on from the transformer. Now I'm going to shut off the transformer, acting like the power went out. The indicator light here is very dull. It's going off. But I come to the diesel heater and it's still on because now we're running off the battery. So now the battery's giving it enough power to cool down, to shut off properly so it doesn't burn itself out. So I highly recommend getting one of these switches. I put mine in a little plastic box. See, now the indicator light is out. So I'm going to turn it back on, the transformer, and the indicator goes on. Diesel heater is on. Boom. All right. So, and then I'm also charging up the battery while it's sitting here doing nothing. So I have the power to run the diesel heater when the power does go up. So just a little safety and a little, what do you call it, peace of mind. It's going to cost you under $10 and you won't burn up your diesel heater. All right, so this is Hank saying over and out.